Studies indicate that loneliness and social isolation are associated with a range of negative health outcomes: depression, anxiety, heart disease, and even premature death. So this morning we're chatting a little bit about the importance of community. And Malik, I mean, this number is crazy. Loneliness can be as deadly as smoking up to 15 cigarettes daily. What did you think when you first heard that?
When I first heard that, I honestly was like, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. Like maybe 10 years earlier, we would have been like, no way.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like as our years are progressing, we're like, dang, I do feel a bit of loneliness when you're not with people because you're looking at your phone all day and you're like,
looking at your phone and you feel like that's filling that void for social interaction, but it's not.
It's really not. It's really not.
That's part of the problem.
Right.
And these studies are showing that most of this is for people ages 15 to 24, which I think really shows about the social media, especially people and these kids that are growing up with it. That
you can't quite conceptualize what's real and what's not. And something as simple as FaceTime, that's not, to me, that's not real socialization. I'm like, you're looking at someone through a phone.
Right.
It's not touch, it's not smells. You're losing that sense of stuff. And another thing too with social media, I feel like people need to understand that social media is nothing but a highlight reel.
Right.
And so people are posting their everyday life. And I'm gonna get a little biblical here. God says we all are sinners, right?
Yeah.
And you look at someone like a pastor and you're like, there's no way they sin.
Yeah.
But then you remember like, wait, like, I don't know what they're doing in their private life. I don't know what this person on social media is doing in their private life. So I think once we can conceptualize the point that no one lives a perfect life, no matter what you see on social media, I think that we'll start to kick into high gear and say, look how blessed I really am. So.
Yes, no, I agree. And I'm glad you said that because it can be so easy to play that game of comparison. And so it's like we already have young adults, even adults, teenagers kind of going away, not getting out as much, and then they're kind of falling down this rabbit hole of look how fun,
look how fun
everyone
their
else's
life
is, and I don't have these friends, and I'm not doing this. And what I think is important too about community is that even when you think of like moms and dads, like you might think I'm around people all the time, but you can be lonely too. And that community events and getting out there, friendships are just so important. So I'm really glad that it's getting more and more attention, and more people are talking about it.
Great topic for today. I love this.
It was.